it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. Now, today we're going to be talking about the new banners, or say the rerun banners, technically. Not new banners. These are all rerun banners that are incoming. And before I get into this, the default answer to all this is if you do not have 8,000 Iris, save. Save. We've got brand new banners incoming in just about a week, maybe a week and a half tops. And at that point, you are going to want to have minimum 8,000 Iris to hit those banners. I promise you, if you do not have a decent amount of Iris saved up at this point, you're not going to be very comfortable. Now, I do expect we're going to get a ton of Iris for the event and all that, and I do think we're going to have plenty of opportunities to maximum break units and all that stuff, but I kind of feel, honestly, like in this particular situation, you kind of need to have that whole thing going on, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it. But these are the rerun banners, and I know some people have been waiting on these, so let's talk about them. First things first, the banner up here at the top, we've got Ryu, we've got Alan, and we've got Otarl. Now, Otarl is like the unit on the banner that I think is going to have the most traction here. I know Alan's a really decent assist, and Ryu definitely is very good. But for what Otarl does, his debuff, his buff, his SA, everything, I think he's the rare unit on these banners that is going to actually have a decent amount of traction and it's going to last for a decent amount of time. So Otarl probably would be, if you had to pick somebody, a good unit to go after. But once again, I do want you to be aware, with the anniversary incoming, that usually brings in either a new meta or, like we got last year, the new mechanic where you have multiple attacks. We've already seen where the multiple attack mechanic is now getting a big update, where your extra attacks were low attacks. Now they're all going to be mid attacks on the much better units. So Otarl will have a lifespan. And remember, he's coming up on a year old now. Like, by the end of the anniversary, he will be a year old. And the power creep, I do expect to be pretty substantial. So if you need an Earth unit, if you need a single target Earth unit, he's very good and probably will be for a bit of time, but don't expect him to go a crazy distance. Like, have a realistic expectation. Everybody else in the banner is good, but I really kind of feel like will probably be replaced on the next 6 months to, at minimum, I really think. So my honest answer is don't summon if you can help it. Like, 100% save for the anniversary is my honest answer. But there are new players who are going to want to summon on for a few of these units, and I feel like Otarl is a good choice. Now, let's get to this banner. Because that Finn, I use him a lot. Magic Elise is good, but I really feel like the physical unit is slightly better. Personally, me. Plus the fire team gets all kinds of buffs, and they're very good, but the physical fire team is so much better than the magic fire team, in my personal opinion. But that said, Finn is extremely good, and the Freya assist is very good. I use her for quite frequently. But once again, remember, if you're going to chase these banners, you're probably going to chase a maximum break, and you're talking, a few thousand hours to, never go over 10 pulls. Let me just first of all say that. Never go over 10 pulls. And since these are reruns, they're not going to be 4,000, they're going to be 3,000 Iris. But you're talking 3,000 Iris for that, 3,000 Iris for this, and 3,000 Iris for that. It ain't worth. Okay? You blow in all the Iris right here, plus some, that you're going to need for the incoming banners. So, and since these are going out next Thursday, you can expect next Thursday. Remember, it does say 6/10 to 6/18. Expect that to be 6/9 to 6/17. So next Thursday is when the new stuff will most likely drop. Maybe next Wednesday. That's a more appropriate time. That's usually when we see stuff drop. But next Wednesday or Thursday is when all the new stuff is incoming. So unless you feel confident you could blow your Iris here and still have 8,000 for the anniversary, simply don't do it. I think the anniversary is going to be a lot better. But I do like Finn. I do like Freya on that banner. Now, this banner right here is kind of like, if I had to pick between the three, this is the one I'd hit more than anything else. Erebus is a great assist. Alfia is a really, really, really awesome light unit. And even Zard's really good for the physical. But Alfia, if you've never faced her in Wargame, is an absolute unit. Tons of agility, absolutely quick, hits hard. She is a monster, and Erebus is just a great assist all the way around for the light team. Now, I don't know if Light's going to get the buff, that it got in the last tale, the last anniversary tale. I don't know if Light's going to get the buff they got this year. So we could be on the cusp of maybe some more dark units or something like that could make this team a little less relevant. Just be aware of that. But once again, of the three, this is definitely the better one. Every unit on here is really good and will remain really good for basically until the Dark Team overshadows them. And honestly, Dark Team is overdue for some major love. So do be wary of that. Again, that's just personal speculation. Once again, I did kind of suspect last year when they were like, we're going to drop the villain banner. We thought at the time they were going to be dark. And with the fact they were light was kind of like, that's a shock. So the Dark Team is like well overdue for some crazy good love, which would make these units a little less relevant. But, I would still say if you can help it, don't summon on these. But do be aware that Alfia, Zard, and Erebus, all three of them are fresh CP that you've never had before. The only one up here on these is the Magic Elise, and really, like I said before, I feel like the physical is going to be more worthwhile. Now, will these ever rerun? Sure, these will be back around, most likely in a paid fashion. So if you don't get the 4 fresh CP here, that's Elise and these 3, you will get Alfia again. We just got an Alfia banner, and we got Zard too. So maybe Erebus might be the rare exception to that. And if we got Alfia and Zard, we most likely will see Erebus. So Elise might be the only one here that I would wager might not come back around. I mean, I guess if these 3 did, she might, but just be really, really careful with your Iris is basically what I'm trying to say. Now, these all drop today. This is all, it says 6:10. Remember, that's JP time, so it drops tonight. Here we go. 6:12, okay? That is going to be 6:11 for most of us on the Western Hemisphere. These are the Valentine's reruns and the Whiteout Dungeon reruns. And remember, these units are not time limited. Now, the units we talked about a moment ago, every unit here is time limited. That's why I kind of maybe somewhat entertained the idea of summoning on them. But these units are not. These units are all in the general pool. And as good as some of these units are, I really feel like it's an easy skip. In fact, I skipped all of these banners when they dropped. And most of these banners, I only got like 1 or 2 of each of these units. And have I regretted it? Sure. In the realm of some war games, not even war games, Wrecker Buster teams, sure, it didn't do me much favors, but I've still done very, very well in Wrecker Buster, even without them. So I would say all 4 of these, easy skip, just super easy skip. These are coming in to Friday, because remember it says Saturday up there, and these will be coming in on Sunday. So non-time limited, all these in the general pool. You'll have plenty of opportunities to pull them. There will be multiple banners. They'll be available. Celestial Festival gotchas, things like that. If you want to do paid options to get them, you'll have plenty of tickets to get them. Guys, skip these. Just 100% skip these. We're so close to the anniversary. There's absolutely no situation in which I could recommend hitting these banners. They're hard skips. Which brings us to the final banners that are incoming next week. Okay, this banner, these 2 banners, I should say, are dropping next Tuesday, and I expect that the anniversary will drop either Wednesday or Thursday. Most likely Wednesday, but they seem to be pushing the 6/18 number, so maybe Thursday. But either way, easy skip. Once again, not time limited. Their Sword Oratoria units are going to go in the general pool. You're going to have plenty of options to pull them. And remember, these being Sword Oratoria units, they'll probably get a bigger rerun once more Sword Oratoria tails drop. So these are actually like prime for a rerun, just like the anime units got on their own. This is the easiest skip in the bunch. Like, I know they're good, but bear in mind, they're going to get a rerun at some point when we get more Sword Oratoria, most likely after the anniversary. Skip, 100% skip. That is my 2 cents. If you have to summon this banner's great. Otarl's great. Finn is great. These sets are always good. But if you can avoid it, definitely do so. Save for the anniversary. I think it's going to pay out big time. Big time to save for the anniversary. Once again, 8,000 Iris is the goal. I actually am right on the cusp of it. I ended the stream last night just shy of 6,000. I farmed up a little more. So I start the stream tonight with 6,000 Iris. We'll do some more Iris farming. We've got 7th Zone coming in. We've got Wrecker Buster coming in. We've got all that. So I am going to have 8,000. No questions asked. And I've been very comfortable making that happen. So make sure you're in a similar situation. But for now, that's the video. Like, comment, share. I'll be back with more Daimachi tonight for the live stream, and we need to get back to the EX mission, so I'll get back to that this evening as well. Data mines will not be happening this week. There's just not enough data to cover, but expect some big updates in a week's time. Subscribe, stay tuned. I'll see you guys shortly.